Channel 21. This is The Chat right here. I'm Joe Rakuya.
I'm Kathleen Junkerman.
I'm James Coffey.
And I'm Mark Anthony.
That's right. Alexa's off today, and filling in for her is the great Central Regional student and radio personality, Mark Anthony. Thank you for joining us, Mark.
Thank you so much. I might have to battle Alexa for the spot.
It's only episode 2. You might get the job here. So, Mark, you are on the radio on 92.7 WOBM. Would you like to tell us a little about that?
I am a early morning drive host on WOBM every Saturday and Sunday. They just extended me 12 a.m., 6 a.m. Saturday and Sunday.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for joining us. This is our first big guest. And
You're welcome.
You talk for 6 hours on the radio?
I don't talk for 6 hours. There's music and then
I was concerned for you.
Yeah, no, that is...
We're a little worried about
Early
Mark.
hours, though.
Yeah, early hours, but there's a huge market for that time. And then
Right.
no, it's not like nobody listens, but there's
Right.
Yeah.
it's a smaller market, but there's a market.
Yeah. Cool.
So, before we get started, I just want to ask you, how you all doing? We haven't been seeing each other in a little while. How you guys doing? Anything fun happened recently with you guys? Anything?
No.
No? Well, well, hey, the honest answer. You're doing good. I saw a couple movies recently. I saw Gone Girl with Ben Affleck, and I saw The Judge with Robert Downey Jr. 2 great movies. If you guys have time, or any of you watching have time to go see those movies, I would definitely suggest it.
I would love to see Gone Girl, but I want to read the book first.
Oh, what about St. Vincent with Melissa McCarthy?
Yeah, that
I
looks
really
pretty
want
good.
To see that.
Looks
good.
funny.
I went to go see...
Melissa McCarthy's my girl.
Is she?
I went to go see the Ouija board movie.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I fell asleep during the movie because there were so many gaps. I was sitting there. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
But, so many people died, and it was just it went really fast. It was like an hour and a half movie. It was just went.
I like the really
fast.
intense moment in that trailer where the girl's sitting there and she's like, "It's just a game," and her eyes roll back.
That was creepy.
That's really intense.
It is intense.
It definitely sold the movie to me. I'm excited to go see it.
Definitely.
The movie theater I was in, for some reason, the bass of the sound, the sound bass, was up so high that your ears were rattling the whole movie. So that's why I don't know if I fell asleep or not.
Well, we'll let you know. By the way, we got new coffee mugs. Thank you. So now we look official. There we go. A toast to the chat. Okay, as we're toasting, let's get started because we got a lot to talk about because we missed a lot since we've been gone. Starting with Ebola, which is it's everywhere. So, do you think that these people should be quarantined? I mean, there's a lot of people that are, going against the will and just not accepting it, like the doctor on NBC, Dr. Nancy Snyderman, who was quarantined after being with a cameraman that was from Africa with Ebola. She was quarantined, and she did not follow it. Do you think that these people should be quarantined?
Yes. But I watched a whole video on Ebola on YouTube, John Green.
Okay.
Who's a very, very smart man. And more people have died from malaria, much more serious things, AIDS.
Yes.
In the past 10 years.
Yes.
No, in the past year, then more people have died from Ebola in the past 20.
Yeah.
So I think that it's just because it is a major disease, it is getting blown up to be so big, and so the awareness is so big, which it should be, but definitely blown out of proportion.
You know what? But I saw a great political cartoon, and it was a bunch of people from West Africa with Ebola, and there was one guy from America. He had an American shirt on, and they had news reporters and everything around that one guy, because it's so true. These happen every day in every other country, but when it comes to America, it's we're so nervous, which we have the right to be nervous, but it's we make it a big deal. Everyone else, it's everywhere it's going on.
Well, one of the things that I think is different from Ebola, from HIV and AIDS and malaria, is that we as a country, the CDC and United Kingdom, they came out and they said that there is a cure for Ebola.
Yeah.
There's not a cure for malaria. We know that there's never going to be a cure for malaria. There's never going to be a cure for cancer.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's just, with our advancements, where we are right now and with our technology, there's never going to be a cure for that.
I agree with you.
With our technology... Well, we don't know that.
Well, honestly, we don't know anything.
Yeah, we don't know anything.
Yeah. There's probably a cure for cancer right now, but
where we are right now, and yes, I can see the conspiracy theories where you're saying that.
Yeah.
I know where you're coming from, where they don't want to release a cure for cancer because of the pharmaceutical companies, blah blah blah.
Yeah. But specifically on Ebola.
I'm a huge patriot, and I would think that our government, the best government in the entire world, wouldn't do that. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to my point. There is a cure. The CDC came out and said that there was a cure for Ebola. That there's a way to cure it, but we're not getting enough funding for it.
That's true. I just think it's just so crazy. Like, I know about Ebola in general, but if you are quarantined, whether you have it or not, you know what? Just don't go out. There's no reason. Stay 21 days, then go out and throw a party.
The problem is that people don't know, they don't recognize the science because they're not educated on what Ebola is, how Ebola can be contracted.
What do you think about this, James?
That is a big issue.
I personally really have not been following Ebola. I don't care about it. I'm never going to get it, so I don't care about it.
You're immortal.
But I was watching, someone talking about like how Chris Christie's now putting in where people have to be quarantined when they're coming over here, and I think it should be because we don't want to spread this more than we have to.
No.
So for him to be putting that in, I think it's good. And some people are saying it's like unconstitutional.
I think it's great that it's not. You can't catch it in the air. I mean, there's so many. It's so hard to catch it. It's almost like you can't.
One thing you got to remember is that diseases mutate.
You're right.
And you could get airborne and things of that nature.
You're right.
So taking the precautions now...
Exactly. It prevents for the future. Well, moving onward, because guess what? Sadly or not, whether we like it or not, Ebola's not going anywhere. So this is going somewhere. Walmart, have you guys heard about Walmart? Because they are just fantastic.
Save money, live better. Walmart.
Yeah. Well, the Halloween costumes that have just came out for people within the XL, extra large to triple X range... some of the costumes were taken off the shelves for mislabeling the costumes. They called the costumes fat girl costumes and fat boy costumes.
That's terrible.
What do you all think of this? This is just insane.
I think people need to... So many people are so sensitive about weight. And personally, I don't think Walmart should be doing that. Just label it, small to extra large like we do with everything. Because some people are sensitive and, we don't know how everyone reacts to it, so we need to just play it safe and do small to triple X instead of making it a fat girl costume or a fat boy costume. I think it's just uncalled for. I think it's a little immature on Walmart's part.
There's so many things. I mean, can we just it's XL, that's what it's always been. Why do we have to change it? And it's not even like something great to change it. I mean, it's very offensive.
I'm thinking, I wonder what kind of person brought it to the public's attention.
Very true.
Because people are sensitive to it, but to what degree of sensitivity, and who was the person becoming sensitive about it?
Yeah.
And who was the person who decided that labeling these costumes that was socially acceptable?
Yeah.
I think it's up in the air. It's up for question. It's up for debate. I think that the term fat is derogatory.
Yeah.
I think that it is rude because we have plus size sections for a reason. Plus, not fat.
Yes.
Not.
It's mean spirited. But just so to add to the conversation, they did take these away immediately.
Was it a typo? Was it?
I was thinking that.
Yeah, well, I feel like it was just some guy. It was late at night. He controls everything, and I feel like he was just like, you know what, I just want to.
But one guy's mistake is everyone else's headache the next morning.
There's Walmarts all over the country. You can't
ship these out.
You can't mess up something like that.
I know.
Was it Walmart all over the country, or was it just like?
I think it was nationwide.
Oh, okay. Well, then
it was.
I think I was thinking it could have been a typo, like when you're on your computer and you have to save a file and you just randomly type in a random name, like he could have just put in fat.
Well, Kathleen and I were talking before we started, and we said. Maybe could have been a mistake, but
I mean, quite possibly.
That's a big mistake to make.
I know.
Yeah, that's a big mistake to
is.
make. And if you have someone in charge of such an important task, you should question your employment.
Mm-hmm. And the other thing we were saying was she thought maybe it was like there was a fat girl costume or fat boy. That wasn't it. That's the bad part. Like there was something called the fat girl princess, the fat girl this.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Ooh, I wouldn't do that Walmart. But you know what? We're gonna go on pause, and we'll be right back with more of the chat. Hey, welcome back to the chat, everyone, right here on Channel 21. I'm Joe Rack,
I'm Kathleen Jeckerman.
I'm James Coffey.
And I'm Mark Anthony.
and he's here joining us, hanging out with us today.
Absolutely.
So, guys, this is something pretty major. I mean, this might be even bigger than Ebola, in my eyes. Broadcasting legend Barbara Walters has come out of retirement,
Yes.
and she has announced that she will be doing, now that you know what it is, she will be doing 10 Most Fascinating People once again this December 14th on ABC. I love her. Some of the people she's including this year are Oprah Winfrey, Chelsea Handler, Scarlett Johansson, and Neil Patrick Harris. Any names that you think slipped the list that you think she should include?
I really find this interesting. I was watching the news the other, and you were saying that on the bottom, like the ticker on the bottom, it's like Ebola, quarantine, and then it's just Barbara Walters comes out of
Well,
retirement.
the exact thing was, I was watching, it said like Ebola crisis,
Yeah.
ISIS under attack, Barbara Walters. I got to retire. It was like, yeah, but
It's Barbara
major
Walters,
news.
man. It's
I'm a fan.
Barbara
I'm a fan of Barbara. You know, she did a lot to create.
She's
Barbara
paved
on
the way.
television. But I think Neil Patrick Harris. Being
Well,
on
he was in a
10 Most-
movie this year. He's
Yeah, but I can
He's
see
the-
Oprah. Like Oprah, obviously, you know.
Well, it's all
Oprah
about
tops
the
the list.
big-
Honestly,
yeah,
it's
but,
Oprah. Come on,
Neil
she
Patrick
owns
Harris-
everything.
she's been on the list a lot. Her and Hillary Clinton, they both top the list a lot.
Hillary Clinton.
Here's what I think. I think that now the whole list doesn't come out until it actually airs, and she always keeps the number one person a secret. I think Robin Williams should be on the
Yeah.
list. Maybe Joan Rivers, who died.
Joan
I think
Rivers.
there's a lot of people that should be on the list. I mean, she doesn't like to do dead people, but she has done Steve Jobs in the past, and when he passed away and stuff like that. So
Yeah, I
I
don't
think.
think Joan Rivers would make it. Joan was a very interesting character where she would say whatever she wanted to
Yeah.
say.
Yes.
you
And
know,
she
a lot
was
of-
fascinating.
A lot of people didn't like her that way, so I don't know if Barbara would put her
Well, I think also a lot of people. There's always going to be controversy with famous TV
Yes.
celebrities, including Barbara Walters.
Yeah.
Some people think Barbara Walters is too abrasive.
There's gonna be.
You know.
Well, she makes a lot of people cry.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
she-
I personally vote Ellen onto
Oh,
Most
my
Fascinating
God,
People.
Yes. Oh,
She's
she's
up
pretty
there with
fascinating.
Oprah.
Yeah.
Maybe
Agreed.
even Judge
Agreed.
Judy.
All right.
Maybe even Judge Judy.
Yeah. But I just love Barbara Walters, and I
Judge
can't help it.
Judy's
If
a big-
loving Barbara Walters is wrong, I don't want to be right. I don't want to be right. All right. Well, speaking of Neil Patrick Harris, as we were just talking about him, he's going to be hosting the Oscars, possibly. I don't know about if he should or not. What do you guys think?
I
of
think
that?
he wasn't the first pick. He wasn't.
He wasn't? Who
actually
was
the
the-
first pick. The first pick, I don't know, was some celebrity that doesn't want to, tell everybody that he was the first pick because he doesn't want to be like, okay, I turned down the Oscars. But I heard that.
They
That's what I
resorted to the
heard.
last guy.
Yeah, they technically resorted to like.
But he's funny.
He's not. It's not,
He
not,
is
not like he's
funny.
gonna be a bad host.
Yeah,
I feel
he
like
has
he
good
could be-
I don't think so,
personality.
but you know what? I think he's like they have to give other people a shot. I mean, Ellen was good last year. I think
Ellen
2
was
years
hilarious.
ago was Billy Crystal. I think I'm pretty sure, right? It was Billy Crystal. In the past, they've had like Whoopi Goldberg and stuff like that.
Whoopi's funny.
Yeah, I think they should. I think he's younger. He appeals to the younger people. But I don't know. I think they could find someone else.
I think he's going to do a great job. I think that he has the personality for it. He does so well. He did so well on How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
He's so universal.
Yeah.
I feel.
Whoever picks the host for the Oscars knows what they're doing. You know,
Yeah.
They have a
So
good list.
he-
Over the years.
He's obviously meets the criteria
Yeah,
to be
Yeah, I
a
wonder-
I think
host,
so.
I think he's gonna do
Huh.
just fine.
I'm curious as to what the criteria is
Yeah,
to
probably-
be the host of the Oscars.
I would
It's
say-
the Film Academy. I believe the Film Academy
Yeah,
has a lot
I would
to do
say you
with
have to be
that.
likable. I
Yeah,
think you have to
well-liked.
be well known. I think you have to have talent.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at all the other previous hosts, there's barely rare that you wouldn't know.
Most
And
of them have some comedian,
a little
inside of
comedic.
them.
Neil Patrick Harris is not a
Comedic
comedian. That means an
experience.
actor, a Broadway
Yeah, but
guy.
he can be funny.
But he could be funny. That's what I'm saying. You have
Cracks
to
a joke,
have you have to meet every
Didn't Ellen buy
criteria.
pizza last year?
Ellen did buy
She did
pizza.
that, and she
Yeah.
took the selfie that
So the
crashed
selfie?
People
Twitter.
were really
Yes.
eating the pizza. Like people were these
Oh,
celebrities.
she
were
did stuff that was
hungry.
like they were like, oh my gosh,
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
this is
people were
real.
hungry.
Ellen did a lot of things. She showed up on stage in a fairy costume.
She did.
She ordered pizza, everyone. She
took the selfie.
that crashed Twitter.
Yeah.
The tip,
She accomplished a
the
lot.
tip that they gave to the pizza guy, it paid for his whole college.
Yeah.
Because they put it in the
Wow.
hat. It paid for like his first semester of his college tuition,
Good for
which
him.
was really good.
I want to be that pizza
That
guy.
is crazy.
Well, something like
He
that.
got some
Something
meat,
like that.
yeah.
That's the difference between Ellen and like someone like Neil Patrick Harris. He's good. He's funny, but he doesn't go the step further where some other
Yeah.
people have.
I think Ellen had that quality and had that
and not everyone could be like her.
ideas just because the fact that she is a talk show host and she gives and she provides, and
Yeah.
she wanted to really take
And
that
she's
aspect from
amazing.
her show, and she's amazing. Take that aspect from her show and bring it into the Oscars because that's what she does. That's,
only-
her, that's
I agree
her
with that.
career.
The only two people that I think could like even meet up with Ellen standards today would, or the one person would probably be Ellen and Oprah, because they're like literally
what I
on
think
the
is
same
good?
level.
He's done the Emmys. I'm not sure anything the other award show. The great Jimmy Fallon.
Yes,
Oh.
yes,
He
you know
would-
what? Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
But
Jimmy
what
Fallon would be a
Oscars.
good host. He would.
I mean, he's one of those guys that when you watch his show, even though we're steering in a wholly different direction, when you watch his show, it's like you're not even watching his show because he's like involved and happy. It's just great. But moving onward, last week we talked about the New Jersey Housewives, Teresa and Judy GJ. They're going to jail starting January 5th. But get this, and this is making headlines.
It's like breaking
Teresa has requested the type of jail she would like to go to. She would like to go to the jail featured
That's
in
pushing it.
Orange is the New Black. And
Oh,
special,
really?
she wants to be in a special cell, have special wake-up
That's
calls,
pushing
Oh,
and
no.
would like to get TV time in by 11.
She's trying to live the same lifestyle, but in like it's just not
In
gonna
jail.
If
happen.
they
you know
allow
what?
her to do that, then it's gonna be
Everyone's going to jail.
There's gonna be a
Everyone's
big
going to
There's gonna
jail.
be a giant frown on the United States justice system.
Yes, I was just gonna
Honestly,
say if
I agree with that 110%.
I was just gonna say, you stole the words right out of my mouth. If that is allowed to go through, then I am very
I don't
disappointed
think
in
it
the justice
is.
system.
I don't think it is, but
But I
I
mean,
would
she
be
wants
very
to
disappointed
have a
personally.
special wake-up time. They're going to make her sweep the cell. I think eat breakfast, something like that, and then she's going to be able to watch television and basically continue a normal life. I think that like if you're doing time for the crime, don't give anyone a special
Yeah,
treatment.
she broke the law. You know, it doesn't matter what you did. You broke the law.
Yes.
The judge is making you go to jail. Probably a little lenient on them. You know, the kids are still gonna have one parent. Which,
Yeah.
whatever. That was the judge's decision. But you're
Yeah.
going to jail. Stop with the special treatment. You know, you think you're a celebrity. You think you're all that. No, you're a
Yeah.
housewife who is on a
Yes.
reality. No,
Yeah.
you're not doing it.
And what
you're
kind of
not
messages
affecting
to
the
send
world.
to people
you know?
or celebrities all around the world to
Yeah,
go to jail?
no, absolutely not.
I have
It
a
should not
question,
be.
and
Sure.
I'm sorry I'm stealing your thunder.
You're not.
What
Go ahead.
what is the definition in all of your in all three of you? What is your definition of a celebrity?
Someone who...
See that this is very like
it's
very
That's
controversial.
a very good question.
See,
That is a
I'm
good
going to be a
question.
celebrity.
Reality. Hey, guess
kid
what? We're
over
all
here.
celebrities currently because we're on Channel 21. No, but I would say, like, reality stars to me, if I saw people, I know people that met people from Jersey Shore when it was popular, and I wouldn't get a kick out of seeing them if I saw them out
I
the street.
agree.
Yeah.
They're
I
not
agree.
stars to me. Someone like I was at, I'm going to bore you with my story, but that's all right. It's actually not boring. I was in New York City recently, and I happened to be walking by, and I looked to my quick left, and I saw, and I have the picture to prove it, I saw Tony Bennett sitting on a park bench.
Oh,
He was
wow.
painting a picture, and I went over to him, and I said, "Hi, are you Tony Bennett?" But he said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, that's me." And I said, "Oh, very nice to meet you." And I took a picture from him far away. Didn't want to bother him. And then that was it. Someone like that, that's a star. And
Yeah.
to see him was a rarity. But to see like a housewife from New Jersey
Yeah.
or Snooki on the street, I'd be like, "Yeah, hi,
Yeah.
nice to meet you."
I probably wouldn't even like phase it. It's like walking in the hallway and you just see the same people. Wouldn't even care.
No.
You know, they don't affect me.
I think
I might even not even know who they are.
Yeah, exactly.
I believe a celebrity is someone who is highly known and widely accredited for what they've
Yes,
done.
I agree with
and
that.
someone who has enough proof that has proved themselves through some type of media.
Their accomplishments.
And guess what?
Yes,
I
accomplishments.
think if they're a big enough star when they hit 70 and over, they're called icons and legends.
Yes.
Yes.
I think they get the title if they're well known. Some housewife from New Jersey, I don't think she'll ever get that title. But like Barbara Walters, she's a big star.
What-
But anyway,
What's your definition?
My definition of a celebrity, thank you for asking, because that's where I was going. My definition of a celebrity is somebody, and this, a lot of people are not going to agree with this, but not really acting or singing or whatever. It's somebody who goes the extra length and uses their fame and their fortune
Yeah.
to help others.
Yes.
Very
That
true.
is a celebrity in my eyes, because not only do they have the power to help and influence
Yeah.
a group of people,
Yes.
but they can,
I
they
agree.
can help and they can
To make a difference for the world.
Make a difference.
People that make a difference is, I think, that makes a celebrity.
Yeah.
Someone like Jimmy Fallon, Ellen DeGeneres. I think those are people that you want to hang out with them. They look fun. They're
Yeah.
like stars.
and you
But not
constantly
every
see
person.
like somebody you constantly see Ellen DeGeneres capturing
That's
this
right. I agree.
and giving it to the audience.
We're going to go on break. We'll be right back with more of the chat, but we're going to keep talking at commercial. Welcome back to the chat right here on Channel 21. You know what? This was fun, and we thank you, all of you, for joining us on our conversation today. And remember to keep chatting for us. Our email is lmangold@centralreg.k12.newjersey.us. Once again, lmangold@centralreg.k12.nj.us. And email us any topics you would like to discuss, or maybe if you want to come on with us, or you're promoting a local business, or anything in that field. So once again, I'm Joe Rack.
I'm Kathleen Juckerman.
I'm James Coffey.
And I'm Mark Anthony.
Thank Mark Anthony for coming on with us.
You're
you
so
can
welcome.
come back anytime. We had a great time
I'm
with you.
definitely going to fight her for this position. I'm going to text her when the show's done.
Yeah, exactly. And so you can see we're making updates to the set. So come back with us next time right here on the chat. Have a great day, everyone.